Hey, I'm Brad Kelly with Chilton Bee Company, and I have got a few videos out now and wanted to take a little bit of time in this video to tell a little bit more about who I am and who Chilton Bee Company is. We are a operation out of Central Alabama in Chilton and Autauga counties primarily, and we run about 400 colonies at this time. That's pretty much where I'm going to stay for now. I also work a full-time job at an electric utility company, and I have a hard time managing more than that. That's already a pretty good bit for me to handle now, so we'll probably stay right there. We sell queens. We manage our operation to sell queens and nucs and honey, and we sell queen cells. We also have another side of our business, retail business, where we sell some wax products, sell candles and wax melts and lip balms and soaps and lotions and things like that. I really enjoy that part of the business also. I've got to tell, I get some questions about treatments. So I'll answer that here too. We do not treat our bees at all. Really never have. We started about 10 years ago. We've been keeping bees for about 10 years now. And the first year, we started out with some Italian queens, just a few hives, had 5 or 6 hives. And we did treat that first year. And I dug in a little bit and talked to some other people and not really intentionally, but wound up with some great Russian bees that I swapped over to. And we didn't intentionally not treat from then on. It just kind of happened. It wasn't on purpose. It wasn't any kind of genius idea that I had. Just really laziness and running into the fall, hunting season coming up and getting busy, and just didn't do it. And at that point we were raising mostly bees in nucs, had most everything in 5-frame nucs. We were trying to expand quickly, getting ahead of ourselves, and hadn't really learned how to keep bees alive very good yet. Wasn't feeding those nucs up enough. We lost a lot of bees. The first 2 years we lost probably half of our bees in those nucs. A lot of it was the starvation in the springtime, but some of it was probably the mites also, not treating. But we did start out with some really mite resistant bees. We started with probably the best stock of Russian bees in the world, or in this country at least. And from then on, after those first couple of years, we took our best survivors and bred from there. Whatever was the strongest in the spring, I started grafting during that period and raising our own queens, and just went from there, grafting from the best survivors, whatever was the most productive, had the biggest brood nest coming out of spring, and went from there. And it's really worked out good for us. We don't have problems with mites anymore. We have a hive here and there that'll get eliminated, but for the most part, we check our mites in the spring and in the fall, and we'll have a 1 to 2% mite count at the highest, at the peak in early spring, and then once again we'll test around August, September, early September period, and it'll be the same around that point, and that's the highest it gets up to. So we've done really well producing better genetics over the years for mite resistance, and I'm really proud of that. I think we've got a really good stock of bees. Back when we started years ago, we started we just got some bees without any prior knowledge, any kind of mentorship or help. We just got bees and got started and learned by trial and error, and adjusted our ways over time to learn to keep our bees alive, and kind of formed our own ways and our own kind of management strategies, and mostly to fit the limited amount of time we've had, just figuring out easier and quicker ways to do things where we was able to. A lot of the stuff you just can't. It takes a lot of time and a lot of work to manage a number of colonies. I picked up on some things that I've added in and adjusted over time from other commercial beekeepers, from YouTube mainly. And that's the primary reason I got started with this channel, just kind of show how we do things, and maybe you can pick up on some of the things we're doing and make some adjustments here and there to kind of make things quicker and easier in certain places for you. I've got a partner that you'll see in some of our videos. He does a lot of the behind the scenes work. His name's Brian Tyndall. He does a lot of the building our hives and nooks, and does a lot of feeding and things like that. So you'll see him in a lot of these videos too. I'm Brad Kelly with Chilton Bee Company. You can find us online at chiltonbee.com. I have a lot of our contact information on there. My cell number's on there. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us there, email or phone call. I like to talk about bees, and I don't mind you calling and with your questions. If you will, I would love for you to subscribe to this channel and click on the bell icon, and you'll get notifications anytime we have videos come out. Thank you for watching.